What you guys, got another Android TV box here for you. This is a new release. It's the A95X A2. This is an Android 6.0 TV box, and the specs are going to be up on the screen, which is Amlogic S912. Also has the Octa core 2 GHz and the Mali 820 GPU in it. The RAM has 2 GB of DDR3 and 16 GB of ROM, with maximum extended capacity goes right up to 128 GB on this one. Now it does have also Wi-Fi 2.4 GHz and 5 GHz and Bluetooth 4.0, and it's a pretty decent bit of kit, this TV box. So let's take a look at it once we get it out of the box here. So everything you see here is going to be inside the box. It's going to have your user manual, and the user manual is pretty sparse. There's not a lot in it. It's just one piece of paper with a few images on here. But they're pretty easy to set up. Now also you're going to get your HDMI cable, and you're going to get your power adapter. Now your power adapter may be different to this one. This is a UK version, but if you're living in Europe or across the water, it's going to be a different power adapter to power your TV box. And you're also going to get your remote control, and the remote control is a pretty basic remote control. I prefer to use the different remote controls to these because they're much more user friendly, but this one will do the job if you want to use it. But if you are interested in the other remote controls, the image is up on the screen right now, and you can pick them up pretty cheap online on Amazon or eBay or any of those sites. But the remote control inside the TV box here will do perfectly fine if you want to keep and use that one. So let's take a closer look at the actual TV box itself. And here we have the TV box. Quite a nice looking TV box. It's got the gold writing on the front there. Got some weight to it. It's a different shape to most TV boxes. You've got that blue triangle on the corner with the power button, and also that LCD or LED display on the front there as well. So you've got your power button, which is always nice to have because it means you can shut down and turn the TV box on and off. There's nothing on this side. And on the back, because of the link fit, you've got everything you need along here as well. So you have your DC 5V input here. Also you've got your optical input, your AV input as well, and your LAN. It also does have Wi-Fi, this one as well. It has a HDMI, and also you've got your 2 USB ports here as well. And that's pretty much it, apart from on the side here where you're going to have your SD card slot for your storage if you want to use that, and it looks like it's the large SD card slot there. Now also on the bottom of the box you're going to get your anti-slip rubber pads and a bit of ventilation here for your TV box. And that's pretty much the review of the TV box. So let's fire it up and take a look at what it looks like. This is going to be the load up boot screen when you first boot your device up. And of course this has Android 6.0 on here. Pretty simple user interface. I tried to get the Miracast to work, but it didn't work for me, I'm afraid. And I tried a few different phones. You have a clear memory button here, which actually clears the memory, which is a nice little feature. The benchmarks here are 41,754, which is pretty good. And also they're going to do the Geekbench. Let's run this benchmark and I'll give you the scores as well. Single core 546. Also on the multi-core you're going to get 2,517. Now also we're going to do the AIDA64 just to show you what the box is, and you can see it as the Amlogic manufacturer. Gives you all the information here that you're going to need: installed memory, the total memory, and installed total space. Moving on to the CPU area here, you can see all the CPU active. You've got CPU cores 8. It's a 64-bit ARM as well, and as you can see here, all the information will be listed on there, so you can just pause the screen at any time. 1920 by 1080, 160 DPI, and the Mali T820, and a GPU has 3 cores as well. And moving on to the battery here, let's just have a quick look. Temperature 42.4 Celsius. Going on to the Android area, you can see it says Marshmallow 6.0.1, and also the device is rooted, so you can see there it's a rooted device, gives you access to that. I'm going to move on to the thermals here, and the thermals, as you can see, the 65.C 65 points Celsius up the top there, which runs pretty hot. Now also the speed test went okay, as you can see here. Wi-Fi worked okay, and so did the Ethernet cable. I tested those and they were both fine. And also what we're going to do next is move on to YouTube and test out YouTube. Plays YouTube content. As you can see here, it comes with its own app installed. And as you can see here, perfectly fine, no stuttering or shuttering across there. And there's a little bit of stuttering there, as you can see, but then it's stabilized. And that could be down to my internet connection, but everything's working okay there, as you can see. So let's move on to the movie player here. I'm going to play some files for you to give you an idea of what sort of files it can play. So we're going to move on to the 90 megabits per second, and these are designed to test the TV box to the max. And as you can see there, nice and smooth playback on those files. I'm going to move on to another file, which is the 4K 120 megabits per second Ultra HD 10-bit, and you can see there, perfectly smooth. So you can play back all your 4K movies, no problem with this TV box. I'll just let this play a little bit longer just so you get the full effect of it. And it's so smooth, a little shudder there, but nothing too major. And we'll move on to some other videos here. I'll play some other ones. I'll play the Sony Camp. Everyone likes to see that one because they say it tests the TV box a lot more. I'm not sure why they say that, but we're going to play it just to show you. As you can see here, nice and smooth, and we are playing this through the movie player, which comes already pre-installed in the TV box. You can also play these through the Kodi if you wish to play them through Kodi, and they work perfectly fine through Kodi. I've played them through Kodi and there's no problems. Just fancied a change, and we're going to check out this Dubai 4K video content. As you can see, very, very smooth, no problems whatsoever. And as you can see, very nice. And I'll do one more. Let's just come down here. I think I've got some more down here. Just scroll down. Let's take a look at the Iceland, maybe. Let's click on this. This is a TS file, 4K. And there's no problems in that. As you can see, nice and smooth. No jerkiness on the screen at all. And I'll just do one more here. And there you go, a little time lapse. Very nice. So that's the videoing. You can see it plays videos nice and easy. So let's move on to some gaming. So I'm going to come back out of here and play some gaming and just show you what it looks like. So you can play games through the Google Play Store. You can download and install those, and it plays all your games, as you can see. I love this game. I think it's a pretty cool game, and as you can see, nice and smooth, no problems at all. And also it does the more complex games as well. It can play those, no problems whatsoever. And that's pretty much it for the review, really. You can see pretty much the box is pretty decent, and I'll leave all the information in the video description if you're interested, and you can check it out. And I shall see you again for another video. My name is Brian from briteccomputers.co.uk. Bye for now.